Hollywood, historically, black folks don't govern over anything. We're in front of the camera and it looks good. Give black folks enough. Black folk have earned the right to have the things that we believe, right?
If Hollywood handed you a career that looked bulletproof, box office heat, critical love, zero scandals, would you trade it all rather than cross one private line? Back in the 90s, Lorenz Tate looked unstoppable. Then the phone went stone cold and a brand new conspiracy began whispering through studio hallways. He failed the ritual. Comedian Katt swears that ritual starts with a black man in a dress and ends with total control. Others call it nonsense, a spooky cover for plain old pay gap exploitation. Tonight we dig so deep into Tate's rise, silence, and comeback that by the end you'll question every red carpet smile you see. Keep watching, because the real story hides in the footnotes everyone else skips. Before TMZ, before fan cams, a 14-year-old Chicago kid named Lorenz Tate learned lines under a flickering porch light while CTA buses groaned by. He wasn't born into industry royalty. His dad managed a trucking route. His mom hustled double shifts. That grind baked itself into Lorenz. When other teens chased clout, he studied monologues from August Wilson plays he couldn't yet pronounce. But talent plus blue-collar grit only matters until you crash into Hollywood's velvet rope. 1993 menaced Second. Society Tate's O-Dog flips a shotgun, licks his fingers clean of hot sauce, and cements himself as the most electric villain since Pacino's Scarface. Critics call him every mother's nightmare, played with heartbreaking authenticity. 1995. Dead president, same face, new soul, a wounded Marine whose country ghosts him. Audiences see raw PTSD years before Oscar winners make it fashionable. 1997. Love Jones. He morphs again, this time into Darius Lovehall, the spoken-word romantic who makes black Gen Xers believe in artistic love stories. He's suddenly everybody's crush, mom's approval stamped on top. 3 films, 3 personas, 0 tabloid chaos, executives buzz. We just found our next Denzel. Then, silence louder than gunfire. Why? By 2002, casting calls evaporate. No DUIs, no rehab stints, no late-night offed-himself rumors. Just an unexplained fade. Industry trackers blame audience fatigue but fans smell something funkier. How does a spotless resume hit a brick wall overnight? Even film school professors can't point to a single scandal because there isn't one. The answer, Katt claims, lives behind a door most viewers don't even know exists. Cue the comedian who never learned to whisper. From improv stages to viral podcasts, Williams drops the same dare. Show me one brother who put on that dress and didn't blow up. He isn't clowning fashion, he's accusing gatekeepers of a humiliation test. Accept it and executives own leverage on you forever. Refuse and they ice you out, slashing invitations so quietly you can't even prove retaliation. In a separate clip, he links the test to Baphomet-style submission, a rumor older than Hollywood itself. Skeptics call him paranoid, yet his point gains steam each time another respectful black star disappears without incident. So where does Lorenz Tate's quiet no thanks allegedly land him? Director Spike Lee once quipped, "There's space for exactly one impeccable black leading man at a time." Box office math backs him. Studios risk 8-figure budgets on white male leads in bunches, yet rarely push more than a single black A-lister per era. Pushback gets labeled playing the race card, but spreadsheets don't lie. Tate sums it up. Hollywood loves to devalue black excellence because talented folks at a discount keep margins fat. That strategy requires silence. If a second squeaky clean black man demands parity, the pay structure implodes. Keeping Tate sidelined safeguards the quota, preserves the budget hierarchy, and avoids raising salary ceilings. Speaking of ceilings, what happens when actors demand to break them? While promoting Power Book 2 in 2025, Tate bluntly told a morning show host, "We work twice as hard to get half as much, and that math never adds up." His critique mirrors Taraji P. Henson's tearful December 2023 admission that she almost quit acting over salary disparity. Monique voiced the same, got labeled difficult, and lost years of work. The pattern is familiar. Speak up, and the machine dials you down. Tate went further, urging black creatives to own distribution pipelines instead of begging for green lights. We don't govern the platforms, that's why we fight for crumbs. But economic pushback alone can't explain the eerie occult whispers Katt keeps tying to this saga. Williams claims the humiliation step is merely a gateway into darker rites. Alleged pledges involving symbolic sacrifices or a literal kiss the ring in private ceremonies. Gist.ly true believers connect dots to centuries-old folklore of entertainment guilds mirroring secret societies. Skeptics argue it's metaphor, sell your soul shorthand for signing one-sided contracts. Either way, a single truth emerges. Once you cave, gatekeepers bank on your ongoing compliance because you'll never risk the secret resurfacing. Tate, grounded in Midwestern faith and raised by parents who drilled dignity first, supposedly balked. No ritual, no bargaining chip, no career rocket. Simple, sinister, effective. Yet history shows you can exile a real one, but you can't erase talent forever. Enter 2014. Premium cable, then streaming, fractures the studio monopoly. 50 Cent casts Tate as swagger-heavy Councilman Rashad Tate on Power, a character equal parts ambition and calculated menace. Ratings explode, Tate steals every scene, and his pay climbs from what he calls peanuts on Season 1 to proper respect by Season 3. Now he executive produces under Tate Men Entertainment, financing indie stories without asking permission. He may never headline a Marvel flick, but he owns back-end points, a long-game win the old masters never offered, but integrity paid off in more ways than money. Look at the casualty list of humbled stars, secret tapes, extortion plots, accidental substance spirals. Tate's record: clean marriage, no rehab, no hush contracts. He roams fan conventions unguarded because he never gave anyone blackmail collateral. Fame shrank, but sleep came easier. In an era where one viral scandal can erase a decade's work, being untouchable is priceless. And Tate isn't alone. An entire silent coalition is building leverage outside the old gates. Saudin, Dave Chappelle walked from a $50 million Comedy Central deal he felt compromised his soul. He's now Netflix's 9 special king. Issa Rae built Insecure on YouTube roots, then scored an 8-figure Warner Media pact with ownership guarantees. Monique sued Netflix, survived the blacklist, and landed a fresh stand-up tour. Tate's story fits the same blueprint: lose short-term clout, gain long-term sovereignty. Their collective success is reshaping how young black artists negotiate, ritual or no ritual. So where does that leave us, the audience, in this power tug of war? You just toured the dusty backstage corridor Hollywood praise you never notice, where pay gaps masquerade as market rates and humiliation tests hide inside creative choices. Now ask yourself, was Lorenz Tate punished for refusing a literal occult rite? Or was he simply too vocal about cash flow? Are both forces tag-teaming to keep the status quo? Drop your sharpest theory in the comments. No filter, just facts. Like if you value integrity over easy fame. Subscribe for deeper dives into the stories execs bury overnight, and tap the next video on screen where we unpack how another beloved black star dodged the same silent blacklist and what it cost them to stay whole. Remember, the next time a promising career fades without explanation, look for the ritual nobody wants to admit exists. Because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. And that, my friend, is where real power starts.